but there's lots to watch. And that I'll move further down the list to talk about licensing for a second, because I don't think a lot of people know how the licensing works for anime. Unfortunately, this is something that, and I don't have all the answers. I'm not Answer Man. I just started doing this as a fan, and I try to learn as much as I can as I go through this panel. But what? Really? This panel is never less than 2 hours. Yeah. Is there anybody right behind me?
No, there is.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, okay, good. Yeah. No, it's fine. No. I was like, we're not even close to done yet. Yeah, this panel has actually gone on sometimes 3 hours, but I don't have enough coffee or water for that. But unfortunately, there are some shows that will never see the light of day of a United States release. Someone please say Legend of the Galactic Heroes now, so you don't have to ask about it in a few minutes.
Legend of the Galactic Heroes.
There you go. That'll never come to the United States, I don't think.
Why not?
No, there are shows that unfortunately, due to licensing restrictions and licensing problems, won't ever come here. And I don't have a good answer for those shows. I say find the R2 release, if that's the case. In some cases, you can find the Laserdisc versions. Now, you have to find one of us old guys that has a Laserdisc player and say, can I borrow that thing that looks like a silver record player? You have those weird Akira Criterion Collection thing on top of? Yeah. That's, unfortunately, there are some shows that will never come here, and I don't have a good answer for that. What I can say is that I can at least explain why that won't happen. The easiest way I've found to describe this is like real estate. If you buy a piece of land in Paducah, Kentucky, and I'm not picking on Paducah, I love Paducah. I go to a con called OMG Con in Paducah, and those are my friends. In fact, the con chair got married today, actually at 1 o'clock. Yay, Kevin and Daniel. Today, I forgot, yeah, they got married today. Let's say I buy a piece of property in Paducah, and suddenly Paducah becomes a big deal. What is my natural way of making more money off of that property?
Holding on to it.
Even more expensive.
Selling it. And in some cases, if it's a large plot of land, I may break it up into small sections and smell the smaller sections. Sell it in smaller pieces. In many cases, anime titles get broken down into sometimes 4 and is it like 5 sometimes licensing groups.
Yeah.
There's broadcast license, music license, character design, merchandising. Guess what we have to do in order to sell it in the States?
Clear all of it.
Buy all of the license back. In some cases, it takes years to track down all 5 licensors. Matt and David, who are old school fanboys, they have lots of big robot shows they would love to see come to the States.
Mm-hmm.
And they have gotten as far as, 3, 4, and we're missing 1 licensor that they couldn't get. And because you have to have all of them, you can't release the show without that. So, and in some cases, what makes it even harder for American companies to acquire them, when you have 5 or 6 people that have different pieces of property, each one of them thinks that piece of property is worth more than it's really worth in some cases. The person that owns the rights to the music for, I don't know, a certain giant robot space type show wants more money than even the people that did the animation for it in some cases. And you can't, oh God, if you released certain shows without the original music, I don't care how bad the special effects and the music are, do you know what fans would do? Or you've seen it, Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
I don't like any of the new music for Dragon Ball Z. Somebody's like, why do you always do Cartman's voice? Because Cartman is our generation's Archie Bunker. Like, he's the hater. He's the best hater we got. You've got a Cartman shirt on. So, that's how licensing gets broken down. And in some cases, there are companies, ADV with Perpetual Earth Defense Force. It's an older title. And how many of you actually got Perpetual Earth Defense Force? Awesome. Very cool. 2, 3. Oh, Stan's selling it in the dealer's room. ADV released it subtitled only with a decent mix and at a reduced rate. What, 14 bucks, 11, 14 bucks, something like that. There are companies that are trying to do new things to get older products out and get them to a quicker market. And that's all I can say to the older licensed products. probably the most legal argument I can give you is find the R2 or find the Laserdisc. Or in some cases find the old VHS copy and try to transfer it. But licensing is not always something that's a cut and dry issue. We're working on shows right now that can't be released, and we're still working on them because licensing issues are still being resolved. Yeah.
But the point is that because it, as I already said this, just because it exists, doesn't mean that you have some sort of God-given right to see it.
Yes. Yes. And that's, as a fan, it's very hard for me to swallow that still.
That's a horrible thing for you
Yeah.
to say, but you.
No, and as a fan, I can say that bothers me to hear that, but I know that I have to pay for it if I want to see it.